What's up, nerds? And well, not nerds. I can't start it like it's the Garage Talks. This is a Garage Talks after show, though. Hey guys, welcome back to
What's up, Islanders?
what's that's a better one. Actually like that a lot better. What's up, Islanders, and welcome to the second installment of the Villa Talks. This is like week 2-ish. We're gonna be doing some high level recaps from. We're doing episode 8 all the way through last night's episode, which
12?
was
13?
Let me see. I think so. 14.
14.
8 to 14. So a lot has happened since we last recorded. Kind of. It's gotten really kind of crazy, and we do have some thoughts, but truthfully, we needed help to remember a lot of the shit that happened on the show. So we consulted our consultant to remind us of all these beautiful things, and we still have our big beautiful brains to get this whole thing done. And we got Scooperman out here with us as well. But before we get going, this would not be a Garage Talks after-ish show without drinking, because that's just what we do, and it's a Friday night. We're recording on a Friday night. So again, gonna plug the show store. Go to thegaragetalks.myshopify.com, get yourself a koozie, scan that QR code right there, shirt, hat, all that. And I rhymed. And
Good,
you want to get yours and I'm going to crack it. All right. Ooh, there it is. Ah, yes. Good old cold beer on a Friday night. By the way, I'm drinking garage beer on the Garage Talks after-ish show, the Villa Talks. What do you drink?
In the Garage Talks koozie.
In the Garage Talks koozie. It is meant to be.
I'm drinking another cider, boys, today.
Oh, you had that last
as
week.
One does.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I have a better flavor today. Today I have, I think it is peach. Help me.
No, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Peach County.
Peach County.
Peach County. So let's go ahead and get that top screwed back on, and let's get the crack on the show. We all love a good crack. Ooh. Ooh. Spice. There you go. Is that good?
Delicious.
I'm going to twist out a little bit tighter because you're scaring me just a bit.
I'm not scaring you.
I don't know.
You act like I hold it from the top.
Just like I get scared sometimes. I'm a nervous guy. You know
do
that.
Yeah.
And one other quick thing before we get started. Shout out to Team USA for beating Australia today 2-0 to go to the round of 32 in the World Cup. So that's why I got this one on. Big stuff. All right. So
I just learned that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
For the first time.
Yeah. So this is the first back-to-back World Cup win for them, I think, since 2002 or something like that. I mean, we're really bad at soccer until right now. So I don't think we'll win the whole thing, but pretty good to see. But the people aren't here to talk about sports. The people are here to talk about Love Island. So,
they'd just be watching the Garage Talks then.
And, we also dropped a Garage Talks episode with Humdog and Boast Malone. So go listen to that too on the main side of the show. But anyway, let's jump into it. So you got your notes on your phone?
Oh, we were going from you.
No, I got my notes too. All right, so let's start with episode 8. That was the night after we were voting as a country on who we were supposed to send home. I think it was.
No, that was Bombshells, right?
Oh yes, it was the Bombshells. That's right. It was who the Bombshells were going to couple up with. Yeah. And we all thought that we were being slick because everybody wanted Not Sincere and Soul, Insincere and Soul to get together. And we're all sitting here chuckling like it's going to be great because Melanie's crazy and she can go kick rocks, but we're going to get into what happened later down the road. But Sincere got to now play both sides between Melanie and Soul, and it didn't work out in his favor. Would you say?
I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't think he thinks that though.
No.
I think he thinks he doesn't understand he's done anything wrong. He thinks everything he's done is great, and he is the most sincere and the most honest.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know why everyone is making such a big deal.
Yeah. I think his deal, and I heard this on another show, so I can't take credit for this, but his deal is that he's trying to play both sides because he doesn't want to hurt either of their feelings. But by being right down the middle and kind of lying to both Sol and Melanie, he's hurting both of their feelings, particularly Melanie. Right?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I don't feel like he really cares, to be honest. Because it's not even like he's just, having to choose between both. He doesn't know what to do. Like, he's just straight up lying. As if these things aren't all being televised and are going to come out eventually.
Yeah.
Like, if Sol and Melanie had one conversation, everything would have been out.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I wish that happened.
So that whole thing kind of started on episode 8. And then, Corbin, I think Corbin and Melanie were paired up at that point, right?
Well, we got to the recoupling, or America's Vote.
Yep.
And it ended up that Jen got coupled with Gabriel, leaving Beatrice single.
Yep.
Sol got coupled with Sincere, leaving Melanie single.
Yep. But Corbin is with
Caleb. No, that happened after, though.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Caleb right. Partnered with Kenzie from our vote, leaving Corbin single. Yeah. There's a lot of names in this show. It's very confusing.
I agree. There are a lot of names.
Right? Yeah. And then they gave, and I'm saying that as a Kayla holding a Cooper. Mm-hmm. They gave Corbin the power to save either Beatrice or Melanie. He picked Melanie, and Beatrice went home.
That's right.
Which I think was really sad, because of the ones that we chose, I feel like Gabriel and Jen were the least compatible.
Yeah. And I think they just had a lot of sexual chemistry based off of what was going on there. But it didn't even
sexual chemistry with like a rock.
Yeah, he literally, I'm sure you probably would kiss a rock if you asked him to kiss a rock. And now I
don't even know if you'd need to ask him. Leave him in a room.
Well, no, he's gonna be like, "Can I give you a kiss? Can I give you a kiss?" And he's gonna say in that accent of his. Oh, the other thing that happened in that episode, Bryce pulls Kayda as well for a chat.
I was trying to forget that, I think.
Well, that's something that we got to talk about, though. So, yeah, Bryce went up to Zach, who's his main dude, and Bryce is a thing, right? Zach and Bryce together, that whole deal. But he went up and was like, "Bro, I want to pull your girl for a chat just because I want to make sure that, I don't leave any stones unturned and see if there's actually feelings there." And Zach's like, "Haha."
Yeah, Zach laughed.
Like actually? And I'm sitting on the sofa, and I'm laughing, too. I'm like, "Are you..."
Well, because, what do you mean? You already got curbed by this girl so bad.
In bed, too.
And then it's your best friend's guy. Like, best friend to the point where everyone is like, are they dating? And you're
Jury's still out on that
his girl? I mean, you can't say what if. You already tried that. And she said no. Yeah. The what if ship has sailed. Kayda was on it, going far away.
Yeah.
From Bryce.
Yeah. And they sat down, they chatted. And she essentially was like, "I see him more as a friend." And he's like, "Okay, cool. But we all know that if she would have been like, 'Oh my God, I've been thinking about it since I curbed you in the bed that night. Like, I do have something there," he would have dropped ship with Trinity and he would have gone to.
Well, that's Kayda, what I hate about him coming back and trying to, "I'm sorry. Like, I'm so focused on you. Like, I shouldn't." But that the only reason that he chose to go back is because Kayda didn't choose him. Like, the ball was all in Kayda's court there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So fun fact is that we kind of just did a combination talk of episodes 8 and 9 together.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, I'm realizing that as I'm kind of looking through the notes. But that whole thing kind of came from the sweetest pie challenge, according to the notes.
Oh.
Right? So then the sweetest pie challenge happens. Ciara and Teffy come in, and the Islanders kiss or pie people based on prompts, and Sol becomes the target. I felt really bad for Sol during that, because at that point, she's in that crossroads with Melanie and Sincere, and she's only talking to Sincere because Sincere is the only one that's actually, like, talking to her, and she's a bombshell, right? Well, first of all, everybody's fucking, like, closed off right now, and it's like, what? We're talking about episode 9 here.
Well, people were saying that they felt like Sincere was talking to Sol pretty much to get back at Melanie, because he felt embarrassed by her little flip-flop thing between him and Corbin.
Oh, yeah.
During the bed challenge. And I feel like he didn't realize quite how intense that was going to get, because Melanie's got to think there's a reason that we put her with Sincere there. We weren't just going to do that for fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we did a lot of things for fun. Like we paired him with Sol for fun, just to make Melanie feel kind of shitty about it. But
also because that was her only connection.
Yeah.
And that was because he let her in.
That's
true. He
was
mad at Melanie. It's a whole just
the whole thing is wild. And according to my notes here, if I was to give an award out for this whole thing so far, the most casual villain of the week would go to Sincere, because again, he's trying to play the middle, but he's doing it in a really fucking shitty way because he's hurting two girls' feelings, and that's just that just ain't it. That really just ain't it, right?
Just ain't.
It just ain't it. I really am sad about B getting dumped because I thought B was as y'all remember from the last episode, she was like a top 3 for me because I just thought that she had a great personality.
I think you said top 2.
She's a top 2, and she was number 2 in the top 2, I think. But
she was top 2, and she wasn't number 1.
Top 2, she ain't number 1. But no, she was cool. She got along well with the guys, and I feel like she had a lot of quick wit about her. And the thing is, she kept the other girls in check too. Like she wasn't afraid to call people out. Which in a thing like this, I appreciated, and also I thought her and Gabe had a really solid connection. And you don't realize that until she actually gets dumped.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't feel that way. It felt just physical, which is kind of how then it started feeling with Jen. Until they had that sweet little Spanish conversation.
Yeah.
I wish we saw more of that. Like when she had asked him to, explain more of how he's feeling, and he was like, I really can only do that in Portuguese. And she was like, okay, then do it. And he still was just like, I'm happy.
Yeah. He never really seemed overly stoked.
This is what he needed to say then.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, you can only blame himself. He literally kissed both bombshells.
Yeah, he literally did.
And then told her. And then when she didn't have a reaction, was like, aren't you mad? Like, he just wanted to get a rise out of her.
Yeah, but the thing about B was she always kept it kind of like right down the middle. Yeah. She's like, listen, if he's going to start turning heads for other people, like, he ain't the one for me. And I'm like, you know what? Good on you. Absolutely good on you. So now moving on to episode 10-ish, because we're kind of just like moving between the timeline here. With Sincere being with Sol, Melanie is still very much upset about the whole thing. So she started sleeping in soul ties because she doesn't want to sleep with Corbin.
I don't even think it was as much not sleeping with Corbin as it was not wanting to be in the same room with Sol, and it's okay. Sol and
we got some fireworks, I think, going on out here, and the Durgies get scared with fireworks.
July 4th has come real early.
Yeah.
I think it was mostly not being able to be in the same room with Sol and Sincere.
Bless you.
Especially because they were like up smooching all night.
Yeah, that would be tough.
And also a little bit performative.
Yeah.
To kind of try and get, I feel like she wanted some attention for that.
She got some, but people were like,
She got bad attention.
She's like, this chick's crazy.
They said she's doing it for attention.
Yeah, like they called it out real quick. And
then, you know who didn't care about it? Sincere.
Sincere was just
he paid that no mind.
He didn't. But the thing is, as we now know, there's always, and I felt watching this too, like there was just something in the back of the mind where he's acting happy with Sol. He's like, oh my God, this girl's great. Getting to know her, blah, blah, blah. But in the back of his mind, he secretly loves the toxicity and the chaos that Melanie brings. And that's just the vibe. And then there was another weird thing too, where KC and Sol were somehow tied up, but not actually tied up, right? Because him and Anaya were chatting. And I forget which one of them brought it up, but there was a part of the conversation where KC essentially said like, yeah, like when she came in, I was initially interested in her, and I would have pulled her for a chat, but then she got with Sincere, and Anaya completely just took that and went.
Well, I can tell you how that started.
Yeah, if you
that started during the soccer challenge with the host from the FIFA,
and that's in the episode 11. I think.
No way. That was before all that. Or are we already on?
Timeline's
I don't know.
It
doesn't matter.
Timeline's all wonky.
There was a soccer challenge. It had a whole lot of steps where the couples had to go in. They had to take a ball and kind of move it up in between them and then put it in a bucket. And then they had to catch these hot dogs down their throat. And then they had to get into a slime bath. And then they had to pour the slime. And then they had a question. And then they had to take the slime and pour it on someone for the question. And then they had to go make out. obviously. No one's made out this season. They need to make out.
Yeah, there's been no making out.
It was
like
really
at all.
upsetting for me that I haven't seen anyone make out. I'm like, please. And Zach and Kayda's question was like, who thinks they've already got it in a bag, or who thinks they've already won?
That happened in this episode.
And that was when they picked Casey and said, because, you know, he's so comfortable, they think they're already winning. That's why he won't explore new things. And he's sticking with the safe bet.
Yeah.
I think Zach just likes to stir up drama.
Zach does. Zach definitely does.
Because he went from trying to break up Trinity and Bryce to immediately then trying to break up
Anaya and Casey.
It's like all the other strong couples, he would like to break them up.
Yeah.
And would also like to drop hints every 8 minutes about potentially talking to a bombshell.
Right. Right. Because he is consistently like, oh God, we're getting all over the place with the timeline, but like, you know, somebody gets voted out later, and that was the sentiment. Like always kind of looking the other way. Right? Like not focused. What about Zach, man? Right? Like arguably, I do think that Kayda is probably like the number one girl in the villa in terms of like how she holds herself and stuff like that. And he's just like, he's not recognizing that. He's wanting to continue to be like, yeah, bombshell comes in. Can I go talk to her? Like, you mad?
Would you be mad at me?
Yeah, would you be mad if I go talk to her? And meanwhile, she's over here like, fuck yeah, I'd be mad.
He's like goading her.
Yeah.
And I hate that. Like, I feel like he thinks she's going to have more of a reaction than she does because she's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Pretty level-headed. But yeah.
She is.
Where were we at next?
Well, there's one other thing I want to bring up from that one, too. The Casey remark to Corbin about the lack of intimacy from Anaya. That little
Grandma.
That little side comment, which I think also fed into, like, some of the things that he was thinking about Sol. I might be off base. But I might also not be. I don't know.
It could feed into it.
It could.
I mean, he didn't specifically say that,
No.
but it definitely could be, because he did at the end of that say, you know, if we're not getting intimate or physical, you know, I'm going to start exploring. So I get, like, realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So now,
be related.
So now moving on to the next one, I think. We're in episode 12. And this is where Kenzie and Caleb are paired up, which I was a big fan of that from the jump, because I felt like the regional aspect of it for them made sense. Like, they're close to one another. They share a lot of the same common interests, but she is still obsessed with Corbin and always has Corbin.
Caleb's too good for her.
In the back. Caleb, sorry. Caleb is...
Corbin and her deserve each other.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Melanie and Sincere.
Caleb's
toxic loves toxic,
dude.
And they should honestly be together because it's saving them from the world.
Yeah.
If Melanie and Sincere are dating each other, they can keep their crazy together and not unleash it.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about Kenzie and Corbin.
Yeah, I agree.
You keep it crazy with each other, and then no one else has to suffer from it.
I agree.
Except for us having to watch it, but honestly, without them, the show would be boring.
Yeah, I'm kind of ready for Kenzie to go home though.
I wouldn't have been mad if she went home.
I would have been shocked because she's
no chance.
She brings good value to the show.
There was just no chance.
But like, I felt so bad for Caleb, man, because like he did put all of his eggs into the Kenzie basket, and he didn't really try to talk to anybody else, and it kind of came back to bite him in the ass.
Who else could he have even talked to?
Because the whole thing is like they're saying it's Couples Island,
and it is.
Everybody like
it is Couples Island.
Granted, I've only been watching Love Island for a few series. If we're talking about the UK, which we are currently watching now as well.
Yeah, and we're on like season 3, and it's already better.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be like this 9 days in, or however many days it's supposed to be. Like, you're supposed to be kind of bouncing back and forth, having chats with other people. No one's doing it. And, I
also feel like this round of bombshells was very
lackluster.
Not necessarily lackluster. I mean, kind of, but not non-confrontational is the word I would use, I think.
I agree. Because
they didn't want to really get into any of the fights. Or they looked at people and saw that they were in a relationship and said, oh, well, guess that's it. These people have only known each other for 8 days. Go over there and talk to them. I really hope in Casa people come in that don't care about stepping on toes and mean that. Because, you know, they all come in and they're like, I don't care if I'm going to step on toes. And then they talk to one person because everyone else won't talk to them.
Well, who said that? Sol said that.
I think so.
Sol said those exact same words, and she literally was just like, sincere or nothing.
Like, mean it.
Right.
Talk to everyone.
Yeah. You definitely should.
I don't know.
You definitely should. Let's see what else we got going on here. Kenzie and Corbin start sharing private kisses. And they're like, don't tell anybody about these kisses. Meanwhile, Kenzie went and told one person about the kisses, but I can't remember who the hell she is.
Jen.
That's right. She told Jen. Excuse me.
Yeah, because she can't trust Sol, which is suspicious because when she was mad at Melanie for Corbin talking to her, she all of a sudden was Sol's best friend.
Yeah.
And then after she got her way, her little one-sided beef with Melanie, by the way, Melanie was just never interested in Corbin.
Yeah.
This whole thing was happening as if they're like trying to be, and she's like, it's just like, it hurts me when you talk to him. Like, it's fine, but like, I'm going to be upset. Melanie doesn't care.
Yeah.
All of her beef was one-sided.
Yeah.
And she just can't pick.
She can't. She'd rather go cry and sleep in soul ties than do any of that stuff. You know? Did we talk about Zach and Kayda going to the Hideaway? Not yet? We should talk about that. Because I think that's right around where this is, because I'm not seeing it in my notes anywhere. I forgot where I wrote it down.
Okay. So Islanders got a text. They got a text. That said one couple was going to go to the Hideaway for the night. This is your first season watching Love Island.
It is in episode 12. We're
the
in the
Hideaway is a separate room because, all of them sleep in the same room 2 feet away from each other. It's a separate room they get to stay in overnight. There's always a bunch of sex toys. There's always a hot tub, champagne, chocolate covered strawberries, all the works, and they get to stay in there overnight. There is still cameras in there, though.
If you will.
Ah, yes.
I know big words sometimes.
Whole island immediately was like, Kayda and Zach. And so they went in there.
Yep. And then they did it. And then immediately after they did it, that's when he was like, hey, so what if I go talk to a bombshell?
You gonna be mad?
And then, that's when the whole thing came back in.
Like, you're still making the bed.
Literally, they were. Yeah, no, that's right. They were making the bed
The body's still warm.
The sheets are still sheeted.
The sheets are unsheeted.
The sheets were unsheeted.
The sheets haven't been sheathed.
I guess. They did unsheathe them to do the sheathing.
You work at the furniture store.
If that makes sense. Oh. You catching my drift? Doing the sheathing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I got it.
There's that Bluetooth. There we go. All right. So.
Whoa.
Anyway, that's a big truck. I love doing this on the patio because it gets all the So, we are recording this on the patio again, as you guys can see. But Katie, Turner's girlfriend, texted me and she's like, last episode around the 53-minute mark, there was like a cricket that I could hear, and I thought it was in my office. And I'm like, that brings me back to the original Garage Talks so much. I'm like, that's so nice.
That brings me back to our house right there.
Yeah, because we have a leopard gecko, and the leopard gecko eats crickets. And
his name's Broccolini.
His name's Brock
for short.
Yeah. And we got crickets in a pen over there, and they are loud right now. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything there that I can see. Oh, funny little line that I got here. Mm-hmm. This is where everyone starts to hate Kenzie.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Accurate.
Pretty much. Kenzie is on the top of my shit list.
I don't even have anything to add to that.
All right. So then next up, we got episode 13, which had the love letter and mailbox recoupling. That was a fun one.
That was a painful watch.
It was. The thing that I disliked the most about that one wasn't even well, it rained all day, so they couldn't even do this around the fire pit. They did it in the corner. But the camera angles of how closely they were showing the Islanders,
the
and then also
slow-mo shots,
Ariana Maddox and everything. So we're watching UK now, and I'm sitting here watching Maya Jama come up, and they're just filming her like normal. She's just walking and stuff. Meanwhile, they're giving Ariana Maddox all these glam shots, model shots, and
I feel like
US is way too overproduced compared to UK.
Ariana Maddox's bangs were so unbelievably heinous.
Yep.
I've never thought that she looked bad, per se. I mean, she's had some dresses that were but those bangs, bad.
Yeah.
Dislike. 0 out of 10. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah, it was definitely something. So the whole premise of this episode, there wasn't really much that happened in the beginning, I don't think, until the letter thing came around. So with the letters, the idea was you had to write a love letter to the person that you wanted to couple up with, or the person that you wanted to stay coupled up with. And if you didn't get a letter in your mailbox, well, then you're single and you're vulnerable. And as we all know on Love Island, that's a dangerous thing to be, right? So the results of it were Trinity and Bryce both wrote a letter to each other.
Yay.
Good combo. Great letter. Kind of cute.
They were good. I liked it.
Jen and Gabe both write to each other. A little bit of Portuguese.
Theirs was actually really cute.
Yeah,
it was. I think they were sweet.
It was. But the one that I really liked was Anaya's letter to Casey. Anaya wrote a fucking poem.
They needed to.
Yeah, and I felt like it was a good moment.
Couple episodes of them being so on the rocks, they needed a moment to kind of get together. And I feel like you can get so much emotion out in writing, and you have more time to think about it. You're not acting kind of on impulse.
Yeah.
And I think that helped them a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of see each other's sides when he was talking about like his humor and that he uses it as a defense because of his childhood. I mean, I feel like those are things that she should know.
Yeah.
You know?
And
she even said in that moment, like, oh, I feel bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, well.
To be fair, I mean, I know we're watching it from our sectional, but like, you can see it with Casey though. Like, he plays on humor as a way to hide his uncomfortability. He plays on humor, and I mean, he's a funny dude. Like, I love the way that he kind of moves around the villa. Like, he's a fun guy. And yeah, like, we could see it, but I get Anaya feeling a little bit uncomfy and maybe being in her feels a little bit about like her insecurities too.
Well, yeah, if you already have your own insecurities and they get brought up, which by, maybe like a British guy whose brother was on the show.
Yeah.
And you just like,
I wonder who that
they
is.
just like feel like kind of poking and prodding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things come up,
Yeah.
I don't know who that could be though.
No.
There's no one that meets that description.
Yet to be seen. There's no other British guy on the show
Mm-mm.
whose brother was on it last season.
Mm-mm.
And yeah. So anyway, Kenzie receives 2 letters. She got one from Caleb and one from Corbin. Caleb's mailbox is empty because
the way
Kenzie wrote to Corbin, and Kenzie and Corbin are officially back together at that point. My heart sank for Caleb in that moment.
So sad.
Yeah, and he's sitting there. He just looks all dejected, and I'm like, bro, you are like again. I think he's a genuinely good dude with how he's kind of doing everything.
He dodged a bullet.
He did, because America apparently likes him, and I do too, and I agree. And he's still here. So that's that. Sincere receives 2 letters. One from Sol and one from Melanie. Sol's mailbox is empty because Sincere wrote to Melanie. Sincere and Melanie now couple back up. And then Sol and Caleb are paired together because that's just how it works. 2 singles automatically paired together.
Which was weird. They should have just been left as single and vulnerable.
Yeah.
They have no interest in each other.
They tried for like 2 minutes.
I don't know. I'm not even sure they tried. She had that weird thing where she was comparing him to pie? Apples?
Yeah, she was like, oh yeah, it was a honey. She was comparing him to a Honeycrisp apple pie. And I remember looking to you and I'm like, I could go, like, Honeycrisp apple pie sounds pretty good. I like apple pie.
So you want to date Caleb?
No, I kind of really wanted a Honeycrisp apple pie. Can we make a Honeycrisp apple pie? Sure. Is that, all right, cool. We can do that together.
We can do that.
We can do that together. I like that. But anyway.
Next episode we'll be talking while we make our Honeycrisp apple pie.
We'll literally put it right in our kitchen and you'll see us like baking together talking about this. It'll be a nice little up close shot. But yeah, so then the episode ended with us voting for our favorite couple. And that's when the whole thing kind of got crazy from there. Who got embarrassed the worst, do you think? Do you think it was Caleb?
During
like that whole letter situation.
I don't know. I honestly don't even think so. I feel like it was Sol.
I agree. I think Sol.
Because her letter was his was too. Honestly, they had like the sweetest letters.
Yeah.
Because hers was a whole poem. Because, she writes songs and things like that, which he encouraged her to do. And then she wrote it for him and then he dejected her. But
yeah,
I feel like Caleb kind of knew. Kenzie was not
shy about it at all.
Shy about the fact that she was actively talking to both of them. I feel like Sincere hit it. He even told Sol, like when he was going for that conversation with Melanie, he's like, we're just gonna have like a quick combo. We haven't talked since then, just gonna like bury the hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
And then was in there like, I miss you.
Yeah. No, they literally were like having private conversations like, oh my God.
So she had no idea, she's over there like, what did she say? Mama.
What?
Mama happy.
Oh, I was trying to forget that. Honestly.
Mama happy.
I don't even like when you say it. That's weird, man.
I think that was the exact moment when Sincere said, you know what? And I can't even blame him because that made me feel ill.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that rounds out that one. And now I think we're caught up with this next one here. So episode 14 was...
Well, I saw a lot of people post online that they wanted everyone to vote for...
For favorite couple?
Sol and Caleb.
For favorite couple?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because they kind of wanted...
No.
They wanted to push Jen and Gabriel, Kayda and Zach, and Kenzie and Corbin to the bottom 3.
Well, now, if you're trying to play the game like that, then, yeah, that makes sense. But, like, I mean, Trinity and Bryce were...
I think it should have just been vote for your favorite Islander. I think it's not fair when you know that there's only 2 people in the whole villa that aren't really together.
Yeah.
To then do a favorite couple. Like, you're asking for those singles to go home.
Yeah. I'm going to say something kind of controversial because I said it, like, right before we started recording.
Okay.
This could possibly be one of the worst seasons of Love Island USA. And I've only watched a handful, so I don't really know the others, but it's been very just, like, it's odd. It just feels odd.
I just need these people to break up. It's just boring.
Yeah, there's only like some good redeeming qualities about this whole thing. And honestly, it's Trinity and Bryce. and they're not even my favorite. Excuse me.
And Kayda, singularly.
And Kayda.
Half of Kayda and Zach.
Yeah.
And Trinity and Bryce. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So now moving on to episode 14, where we did vote for our favorite couple. We got the double dumping here.
And we did both vote for Trinity and Bryce.
We did both vote for Trinity and Bryce as our favorite couple. So the safe couples here were Trinity and Bryce, Anaya and Casey, Kayda and Zach, whatever.
Okay.
Melanie and Sincere.
Okay.
They should leave the villa together and just try to do it on the outside. So then that leaves the remaining Islanders vulnerable. The boys have to choose which girls to dump, and the girls have to choose which boys to dump.
Going back to our roots, I loved that.
I can't read this next part yet. So the ones that were left up there were... Who were standing up there? It was Jen, Kenzie.
Kenzie, Jen, and Sol.
And then Gabe.
Caleb, and Corbin.
Yep. So that's them. And the whole deliberation amongst the girls and the guys trying to decide who to dump.
Well, see, I thought this was going to be like the fastest recoupling ever, or the fastest dumping ever. Because it was like, you look up there and you see 2 couples and 2 singles.
Yeah.
Great. Bada boom. Kick them out.
You dump the singles.
So when they were
because they're single
surprised, or when they were confused between who they were going to pick, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, they easily eliminated, Corbin from their picking because he's in a relationship.
I honestly thought Corbin should have gone because that dude is just like... That dude sucks. Truthfully. So the ones that
whatever to me.
The ones that got dumped were Sol and Gabe. And the reasoning for Gabe as to why the girls dumped him from the villa was because they think that he's not really... I guess I'll say it this way. He's not here to actually find a relationship. Like, he's just turning his head to the newest bombshell that comes in, which hindsight is true. But he had a good connection with B. And we think he has a good connection with Jen.
But the people are saying that's him. Like, oh my God, his head is always turning. He's just going between people. He's been with 2 girls. And he didn't even pick the second one. We put him with her.
Right. Ultimately, he would have stayed with B.
So I don't know that was fully accurate. And let's be real, if we're going to say that's our excuse, we should really be looking at Zach.
Yeah.
If Kayda's going to say all that and agree with that, then she needs to think about her mans. Open your eyes.
I agree.
He's like, bombshell. He's mentioned it like 4 times that she's over there like, love you.
Because she's comfortable.
Hate it.
Because she's comfortable.
Out
of Corbin and Gabe, I definitely, as much as I don't like Gabe, I definitely prefer Gabe over Corbin. And, I think Corbin's playing that game more than Gabe. He's flat out said it. That he's just kind of like, he's been around with a couple different girls. Like, literally kissing everybody in the villa. So anyway, Gabe's not there anymore. And that was the girl's reasonings, was that he's just kind of bouncing around from chick to chick and not really trying to find a solid
And all of their faces while the girls were talking was like...
All the guys? Yeah. Oh, the guys' reaction was great.
Because I think they also thought it was going to be an easy slam dunk. You send home the single one.
And that's why they voted out
Sol.
I think they made the right decision. It was a sucky decision, but they were going along with what you just said. You dump the singles and save the couples.
I think it was a little bit more selfish than that.
From Sincere's end? 100%.
I think after that we didn't even talk about that. Sol laid into Sincere and it was awesome.
She was cussing like I'd never heard her cuss the entire time.
A flip of a switch.
Yeah.
I mean, like I have never seen that girl before and I loved it.
Yeah. I'm sitting there, I'm like, who is this person?
Again.
I never seen this person before.
Neither, but like her eyes were finally opened and I think she would have talked to Melanie. She needed to talk to Melanie. They needed to compare notes.
Yep.
And he kind of kicked her out. I also thought it was interesting though that during that little debate they had asked KC, like if we keep Sol, will you explore her? And he said yes.
Yeah, he did. I forgot about that part.
Which I mean, he should. Everyone should be. Everyone should at least be giving a conversation to people.
Yeah. And even if it means that the person that you're with kind of gets like pissed off, it's like this is the game that you signed up to play. Like, yeah, you're here to try to find a relationship and shit, but this is at the end of the game. It's at the end of the day, it's a game.
It is, and it's
a game.
Your whole point is to be tested and explore. Otherwise, you would just get in a relationship.
And I think that's why I like it so much.
Otherwise, everyone else is also just swiping on Hinge like we were.
And I like sports. This reminds me of sports. Anyway, yeah. So like you're playing a game.
I'm bringing up us meeting on Hinge.
Oh.
That's what I said. But you were staring off into yonder. Sports. Yeah. I like sports.
Yeah.
So.
I love you. We did.
You love me or do you love sports?
No. I love you more than sports.
Whoa. Why'd you look over there?
I thought I heard a dog down there.
I thought I heard a liar.
Anyway. So
there is a dog.
See? I was right. Look at that. I was right.
You sounded like Sincere for a second there.
Yeah. So anyway, Sol gets dumped. And Sincere was the one to do the dumping of Sol.
That was bad.
Which was
Sol
nuts.
said, thanks for putting me out of my misery.
Yeah, that was crazy. To have him be the one to do it after... And what did he say? He said, is it here?
What?
What he said when he voted her out? It's not. But he had a quote when he was getting ready to, like, dump Sol that just made him seem like the biggest jackass ever. I forget what
For some reason, I don't know.
I forget what the quote was. If anybody knows, like, go ahead and put it in the comments, either on Spotify or YouTube.
Comment below. But also, we want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
So
thank you for that one person that commented on
the
last one, by the
way.
That was great.
You're the best.
I was the one that replied back. Thank you.
Give us more thoughts. We would love to reply.
Yeah. But anyway,
especially if your thoughts differ from ours.
Yeah, because we like the conversation and stuff.
But I also would like to point out when Sol was getting eliminated, she kind of had that whole spiel, like I said, about, thanks for putting me out of my misery. But part of that was also her saying, I came in and everyone was already locked into their couples. This felt more like Couples Island than Love Island.
Which is true.
As she said that, Sincere's looking around like, what the hell is she talking about? And that made me want to throw my head into a wall.
Yeah.
Because what do you mean? What is she talking about? is he just stupid?
He's just so up his own head.
Holy crap.
His head's up his ass so far.
Of all the people in that whole thing to say that, I mean, he just...
Yeah, it was crazy. And then that takes us to, now I think coming into tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if we had to give a temperature check right now, we got Stock Up, Trinity.
Oh, the people are going to be mad.
Why?
I forgot when we left. They were showing it. The men were pissed that they voted out Gabe.
Oh, yes.
That's what we're walking into. The temperature is hot.
Tonight is going to be spicy.
The temperature is bad, and I can't wait.
We got 7 minutes till the ones for tonight. So Stock Up right now, according to my notes. Trinity, Bryce, and Anaya. Stock Up on those 3. Stock Down. Sincere.
Oh, like obviously. Stock.
Like who's trending up, who's trending down.
Heard.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I stocking up on?
We're getting stocked up
Give me all the Trinity. We're
getting stocked up on Garage Beer and Cider Boys. Duh.
Door.
Stock Down, Sincere. stalk down KC, because even though they had that tender little moment, he did say that if Sol was still here, he probably would be exploring that situation. Kenzie, because she sucks. Zach, people don't trust him. And he probably wants to get with Bryce. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But the internet does its thing, right? So then, what else we got here? Anything else on my notes? No, that pretty much...
I think that's pretty much it.
Ties it up. Any other final thoughts that you got before we kind of wrap things up here and start watching tonight's episode? Or no?
No, I'd kind of like if Caleb and Jen had a chitty chat. I think that would be nice.
I would too.
Because I think he did try to pull her last episode or the one before, and she did think it was just like a bombshell chat. So
he did that to himself because he brought that up. He's like, let's go talk about bombshell things.
Well, I think that was his way of like getting her over.
And also then, maybe to keep Gabe.
But then it just never turned to fruition. But now Gabe's not there. So
he might. And because she's single.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's single.
She was with Gabe.
He's single.
And they were doing the
stuff.
Nastiness down there.
The cameras this season have been very explicit. They've been showing a lot of shit. A lot more than I can remember.
People have been very explicit.
And we're watching UK and they're over here like fighting for a little peck on the cheek.
Yeah, crazy. No, when we got an episode in the US and no one had kissed, we were like...
It's crazy.
Wow. How do they even know who to couple up with if they haven't all kissed?
How do they not... like? Where's the big-ass doors to do these awkward making out challenges, right? We need big doors.
We need doors and kisses.
All the time.
And big beds.
Not good conversation and actually trying to figure out each other.
Yes.
If you can tell, I kind of like UK better than US. And that's how I feel.
I don't think that's a...
I don't think it's a hot take.
Hot take, there it is.
I don't think it's a hot take at all. You're the one that actually got me onto that one. The people like UK better than US. Yeah. All right. Well, it is 8:55, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to go watch tonight's episode. So, leave your comments, leave your thoughts, YouTube, Spotify. 2 quick plugs. Number 1, thegaragetalks.myshopify.com. Go get yourself a koozie, hat, shirt, whatever. Scan that QR code if you can zoom in on that, right? Helps us feed our dogs, helps us get better versions for Riverside and audio recording, whatever, for the show, but also just supports all of us, and we do appreciate that. And then also Bread and Butter Pickleball, I am an ambassador for them, and they recently got acquired by Selkirk, which means that they can ramp up their production even more, but the brand remains the exact same. They're very quirky, they're very fun. I got a paddle called the Fat Boy, which literally has an ice cream cone on it, and it plays really well. I love it. But if you're into pickleball and you want to get the 4-time award-winning paddle called the Loco, which they cannot keep in stock, use promo code FINN at checkout for 10% off of your order. And also go give the main show a listen, the Garage Talks with me, Humdog, and occasionally other people as well. But anything else you want to give a quick shouts to?
Nope.
No? Sure?
Yeah, I don't have any affiliate links.
No?
No.
All right. Well, we
Thanks for coming to the villa.
Thanks for hanging out. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Till next time. Bye. Bye. I'm Paul.